It's a simple act many of us do every day, something we take for granted.
Everybody needs their world to be accessible to them.
Walking is no longer an option for Mike Conkright.
Literally got crushed in the car, so I've been in a wheelchair ever since.
A car crash in 1991 paralyzed Mike from the waist down. Now, he's learned a new way of life.
It's funny, because if you don't laugh at it, then you're gonna cry. And I don't have time for that.
Getting around downtown Portland's historic streets, bumpy brick and cobblestone, is not always easy.
Some people call this the Congo. That's what they call Congo Street, because it's hazardous. You're taking your life in your own hands when you cross the street. That cobblestone curb cut caught my chair, and I literally slid out of my chair. It's like going cross country in a four-wheel drive through the woods. Literally, it feels like that.
Mike challenged Mayor Ethan Strimling to feel it for himself.
It teaches you when you're actually in a wheelchair the difference between what a smooth sidewalk might look like and what it really is when you need it to be flat. That lesson has given me the insight I need to continue the work to try to make sure that our city is as accessible as possible.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, more than 11% of people in Maine under the age of 65 lived with a disability in 2016.
I don't resent anybody. I don't hate anybody. I try and educate. There we go.
So Mike shared his perspective and spare wheelchair in a trip over some of those difficult to navigate spots.
That's horrible.
You know, these are streets
that everybody should be able to go down, and not that many people can. There's solutions out there that we don't realize. Somebody's carrying around a solution, but if you don't stop and talk to them, you're not going to find that out.
The Americans with Disabilities Act requires a number of regulations on state and local infrastructure that was built after January 26, 1992. However, state and local governments are not always required to modify construction built before that time. Mayor Strimling says he's talking with the city manager about securing funds to update many of the walkways across Maine's largest city.